Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Look who showed up! I know, I'm surprised too. I'm proud of myself. So welcome back to my channel. Today is extra special. We're going to be embarking on a sweet, wisdom-filling adventure because I'll be baking my birthday cake. In honor of turning a year wiser and older, I thought it's the perfect time where we could share life lessons and sprinkle a dash of wisdom around the place and talk about how life taught us few things in the past few years. Before we dive heading first into flour and sugar, taking a moment to reflect on how birthdays do have a magical effect on us, reminding us that it's not just a number that we're adding to our age, but it's also endless life possibilities and endless life lessons that we are learning, because there could be one thing that we are both learning, but we're both learning it from very different perspectives. So it would be really good if we could share these perspectives so we can have like a wider image of the whole thing and, you know, maybe asking a lot of questions and stuff. But before, let's make a drink. Drink for today is going to be iced coffee with wild blueberries. This is concentrated blueberry syrup and it's from IKEA. Yeah, we're keeping it halal here, okay? Wild blueberries, and all of a sudden we turn Italian because it's coffee. We're gonna put it in the shaker. Yeah. Enough. Let's start baking. Have 3 eggs, we have 25 grams of milk, a vanilla extract with 85 grams of flour, cake flour, and then we have 90 grams of sugar, 25 grams of cold butter. So, to talk about the life lessons that we have, the first life lesson that I journaled last time is don't think outside the box, step up and walk away. At a certain point in life, creativity does no longer linger in between edges of a certain box that other people have made. You know, like it's not a pre-made setting that you have to think outside of it. At a certain point, you need to eliminate all the obstacles that are built by society or culture or other beliefs that kind of let you feel that you are trapped in a certain box. And if you want to be creative, you're just going to be able to think outside that box and then execute in the box. Think outside the box becomes really outdated, and you just have to create your own box if you want to live in one. Or you would actually like look at new settings and new horizons, and you know, sky's the limit. And for Icarus, even sky was not the limit. It did cost him his life, but at the end of the day, he did defy the odds and he wanted to fly with the gods, and he did so. He died, but his story lives up to this day. Sometimes just have to factory reset everything and then decide that you want a new operation system. Second life lesson is read. We live in a world that is very fast-paced. We are scrolling on social media. If your attention span is like a squirrel on a sugar rush or in a gummy bear, you are not going to be able to absorb the experiences that you have on a day-to-day basis. The issue is always going to be that you are unable to concentrate. So when you read, you are mentally educating and training your brain that there is a certain thing in this page that I cannot understand unless I read 3 pages prior to that. So you are doing some mental gymnastics. If your attention span is stretched, you immerse yourself in a certain experience that kind of strengthens your focus. Because when you have a short attention span on the things that you consume on your phone and on your device, when it's like time to sit down and do some work or homework and all of that, you start procrastinating because you feel like this is going to take more than the time it took you to scroll. I would say a book away keeps a distraction away, but that would be cliche. And it rhymes. Bismillah. This on here. Bismillah. And then I'm going to add sugar, vanilla extract, third life lesson would be, if you have something good to say it or remain silent. When you are speaking, let kindness guide your tongue. Islam, it is one of the mantras that we really need to live by. الكلمة طيبة صدقة قل خيرا أو اصمت مثل كلمة طيبة كشجرة طيبة أصلها ثابت وفرعها في السماء. If you have something good to say it. If you don't, then remain silent. Silence is always very charismatic. Your life lesson. Be uncomfortable. Learning to unlearn is a luxury. There are a lot of things that we have learned and we just keep holding dear to us just because they are in our comfort zone. Incorporate it slowly because I don't want all the bubbles to go away. A growth mindset is very important. Cultivating a growth mindset is so not difficult. That growth journeys are different. Your growth journey is not the same as mine, and my growth journey is not the same as yours. And if we be put in like each other's paths, we're probably not going to succeed because your path is different and my path is different, and we have to understand that. So, and I understand that there's like a lot of like toxic positivity going around, especially when it comes to, you know, growth mindset and the hustle culture and all of this. And I know that it's really hard not to get impacted by those things. I was like, you know, I so want to become 30. I so want to become 30. 30 is awesome. 30 is amazing. 30 is the prime of a woman or a man's life. You know, it's like really hot. You're 30. You are at the pinnacle of your life and so on. But I never was like, yeah, but I still want to be 26, 27, 28, 29. I wanted to stay like 25 for 5 years and then jump to 30. I still want to be 30. Inshallah. The only reason why I feel that I don't want to acknowledge that I'm living this number in my age is because I feel robbed due to COVID, that I feel like that year did not happen. I'm gonna show you a hack, a very nice hack for bottom parts. You fold it the way I did and put it in here, the center, right? And then you cut. You cut this edge like this. But this way you get exactly the circle you need for this type of mold. So I'm just gonna put this one here and then put these ones there. Close my cube mold. And then I'm gonna put in the inner corners side. And then we're just going to pour this. Another life lesson is emotional generosity. Offering a helping hand, sending kindness wherever you go, giving a listening ear. Generosity is just not measured by what we can give materially to other people, but it's also measured by the love and compassion that we do offer emotionally. Just giving your time to listen to someone's story, that in itself is an emotional generosity. Beauty is relative. Nice quote that did stick with me once, and it was, honey, if beauty is all you have, then ugly is all you are. Inner beauty is something that we can all consent on. You know, like there are some characteristics of inner beauty that we can all check. Yes, that is inner beauty. But when it comes to the appearance and to the external beauty, I don't really think that we can unanimously just say, yeah, that trait is actually gorgeous. And enjoy the process. Destinations matter, but the road matters more. You know, when we are goal-oriented and we are very focused on reaching something, we have a way of like closing up to focus on something. You know, like when you have these binoculars, you're just looking at certain specific target. You want to see that point in the map. You want to go reach that goal. You want to get that score and so on and so forth. So you are very goal oriented. It is very important to also enjoy the process, to be able to open up to other possibilities, to be able to look at other possibilities, to enlarge your vision field, because there could be something out there that you could also score while reaching for your goal. I realized that I forgot putting baking powder. So it did not really rise the way I wanted it to rise. That's totally okay because it's still delicious. Another life lesson, the very nice words of Bruce Lee: be water, my friend. Adaptability and flexibility are not given to everybody, right? But sometimes you have to be water. You have to be able to adapt to your surroundings and embrace more flexibility in your way of life, because at a certain point you're going to be hit with very, very, very dangerous currents, and if you're not able to just whoosh through them, swim through them, you're going to be broken. So flow like water. First year of COVID, where I felt that I'm not going anywhere, that there is so much stillness that I'm not comfortable with. And then I understood that there is purpose in stillness, because in a world that constantly hustles and bustles, having a moment of stillness can seem counterintuitive. However, it is within those quiet pauses that we can actually discover our true selves and maybe redesign the clarity and vision that we have in our lives. That there is importance in stillness. That stillness means that something was going too fast, too wrong, nowhere. So it had to stop, and we had to reflect on it, and we had to redirect it, or we had to put a purpose for it. Another lesson I learned: understanding is more important than being right. Trying to understand creates bridges between two people who are discussing a certain thing, while trying to prove yourself right only builds walls. Health is not just physical. Health is emotional, it's spiritual, it's mental. They all require, in a way or another, the same attention. So if you break your knee and you go to a bones doctor to fix you up, when you have a mental breakdown, you also need to take care of yourself also in the same way. You need to seek medical help, you need to seek professional help, and you need to give it the same attention that you are giving to a broken knee. You're not going to be walking around in a broken knee and the next day and be like, yeah, I'm totally fine. But we do that a lot when it comes to our mental health, when it comes to our emotional health, when it comes to our spiritual health. I am just trying to work with the tools I have. Probably the last lesson, because I'm getting tired, is wonder and wonder. Wonder with O and wonder with A. Traveling and exploring other places, learning new cultures, learning new customs, learning new things in life, and wonder by also asking questions to broaden your own perspective. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, قُلْ سِيرُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ فَانْظُرُوا. Embrace curiosity. Ask questions, because in the vast expanse of existence, the truest wonders lie in the awe-inspiring discoveries that we have. Not that we read about or that other people had, but our aha moments in life. Okay, this is smooth. I'm gonna put the flowers. Oh. At the end of this beautiful video and this beautiful day. Thank you so much for being part of this beautiful journey. Thank you for listening to whatever I have to share. To another year, for more passion, compassion, and empathy, for more emotional maturity, for more healing, for more love, wealth, growth, and kindness. I embrace every single part of me that led me to this day, that led me to this age, and I genuinely celebrate all the hardships and challenges that I had in the past few years and all the challenges that are gonna come. I hope I'll be inspiring. I hope that I will influence positively other people, and I hope I'll have the capacity to help whenever I can. To a new year.